The rousing vocal performance of his new single. Our next guest is Damien Dempsey. A very welcome. St. Patrick's Day is the single, of course. Going very well for you.
It's going okay, and it's not too bad.
You're enjoying things, you're enjoying life?
Oh yeah, you know, I've spent so many years fluting around in the wilderness.
You're only 29, Damien. You haven't spent that many years fluting around in the wilderness.
About 10 years. The last two have been going well.
Yeah.
But I've been playing in venues. I've been playing about 17 years, writing about 15, and playing about 12 in venues. And the last 2 years it's starting to pick up, you know.
It's great. I mean, you huge list of admirers. I mean, when Dublin Town broke through, I mean, they were coming out of the woodwork to be part of the bandwagon.
Yeah,
you know, I'm sure some of your heroes, Christy Moore, big fan.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when I met Christy in a club called the International Bar, you know.
Yeah.
It used to be run by a guy called Dave Murphy. He's still doing gigs in Bankers every Tuesday. And, you know, I saw them all there. Glenn Hansard, Paddy Casey, Mundy, Damien Wright, Gemma Hayes, Nina Hines. They were all going there. We were all going there at the same time, you know, when none of us had albums out, really, you know.
Yeah.
And all of those, the list there, Damien Rice is massive in the States, much bigger than he is this side of the Atlantic.
True, yeah.
Monday's great. The list there is fantastic.
Yeah, we were all watching each other, learning from each other, you know.
Exactly.
But your last album was platinum selling.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fantastic.
It is. In Ireland, it's great.
Oh yeah, it's good. I mean, the gift of songwriting, I mean, there's a lot of hard work involved, but when did you first start tracking songs and sort of saying, I can write and I can sing and I enjoy this sort of stuff? Where did it come from? Your dad, your mom, brothers, sisters, or just listening to the radio when you were growing up?
I think it was, I started playing off the guitar first, you know, and I just, because I heard Tin Lizzy and that, and I just wanted the long hair and to play the solos, you know, grew up there on stage and all the screaming fans, you know. I'd seen a video of Tin Lizzy, you know, in Sydney. It just blew me away. I wanted that, but in the 80s, of course, around Donemead, long hair wasn't very fashionable, popular. Everyone had skinheads, you know.
That's it, yeah.
So there'd be gangs chase me down the road every day, you know. Get the hippie, get the hippie. So I just went with the flow down and shaved my head.
Right, exactly. And so who are the musical influences? Who do you like?
Well, Luke Kelly was a big influence on me, and I sort of learned to sing by singing along to his albums in the kitchen. And Christy, of course, is a huge influence, you know. Just all my heroes like Sinead, they all had they were all very vocal, and you know how they felt about different issues.
Yeah. Well, of course, Dublin Town did that as well, didn't it?
It did, yeah. It did, yeah. I didn't pull any punches.
And how long did that take you to put together, and how much frustration and anger went into putting that together? Or was it?
I remember I was just coming down on the 29A into town one time. One day I was out of work at the time, and things were fairly bad around, you know. It was before the Celtic Tiger hit. Yeah. And there was an awful lot of homeless around, and people just, the labour exchange was full and that, you know. It was in the early 90s, I suppose, and I just put the pen to paper, just walking around, just taking notes, you know. And that's what I still do today.
Oh yeah, well, it's just based it all on what you see and what you do and what you live, isn't that what it's about? And
the Furies were in here recently, they were just saying, isn't it fantastic with the rejuvenation that you have really brought to this? Because the ballads, and that's the one thing they said, and we've had a lot of the older bands in here, and they've all said that the days of the ballad is over, and a lot of young people are not really interested in picking up the guitar and learning the ballads. They want to go the other way, the pop and rock and all that.
The synchronised dancing. And
the synchronised dancing. But do you believe that you have added that rejuvenation to the ballad singing?
Yeah, well, I have a lot of cousins, Marta. You know, my big family, and my mothers and fathers, they both had big families, so I've loads of cousins, and nearly all of them have taken up some sort of musical instrument.
But your parents were always into singing, kind of at home and parties and that type of thing.
Yeah, and they sort of passed it on to me, and now I see loads of kids getting guitars, you know. I think it was a little bit like Oasis and Aslan did in you know, the early 90s when the rave thing was big. And they were, kids were buying guitars because they'd be into Oasis.
They did, but it's the other way. Like you were saying there that Tin Lizzy was your musical influence, you know, when you were a kid. But you went the other way. It's quite a brave move, because people could have thought you were a bit of a square and a bit boring and old-fashioned for your age.
True, yeah.
Did you kind of follow your heart into the ballads, or was it like a natural thing?
I suppose on the ballads, the stories in them just got me, you know. And actually, the first Tin Lizzy song I heard was Whiskey in a Jar.
Yeah, okay.
That's what really grabbed me. So it was a ballad, you know. So just the stories in them, and And then of course, I loved Christy and Luke Kelly, and just that style of singing as well that they had, you know.
Ah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's like when you say when you're growing up, you go to any number of pubs, clubs around the city in Dublin.
Yeah.
There were great ballad sessions on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and during the week as well.
Yeah.
That's all very compact now. I mean, there might be half a dozen venues.
It's hardly any now
and
at all.
you know, they're well advertised and sometimes difficult to get into. But it's good to see that the return, if you like, of that. What do the arty-farty people say? That genre is on the route back. But I mean, were you surprised at the success of Dublin Town and the success that came after that? I mean, you've built quite a fan base on your live circuit.
I have. It's been through blood, sweat and tears, you know. I've been slugging it out there.
Yeah.
You get gigs where, and I've had gigs where the only people who showed up would be me and the sound man, you know. It break your heart, you know. And then other gigs where you're getting abuse, but I kept at it and I slowly won people over, you know, by just keep gigging. And it takes people 3 or 4 times, I believe, to hear me. Everyone says that, you know.
Yeah.
And they first hear me, they go, "What the hell is that?" Because there's a lot of different influences there, and then, you know, there's reggae in there, there's a bit of hip-hop, there's a bit of the Irish traditional stuff in there, ballads, folk. It's a bit of a
It's hard to pigeonhole you, isn't it? It's hard to say he is that performer, he specialises in that.
And the voice can be a bit rough and a bit, you know, throw people off a bit, you know, but once I win them over on the 3rd or 4th time, I have them for life then. I'm mine.
Well, that's, yeah. And
once
isn't that
they're
brilliant?
in your web,
well,
you have them.
You know, Morrissey has millions of fans across the world.
Yeah.
And for him to come out and say, this guy, I'm his fan. And I think you gigged with him as well, didn't he? He said, come over and do something with me.
Yeah, I've done 20 gigs around America with him, you know. The Grand Ole Opry and Radio City in New York.
But would you have liked his stuff before he contacted you? Would you have been a big fan of the Smiths, say, in the 80s?
Well, my friend gave me a Southpaw Grammar.
Right.
Which I like because of the name as well. You know?
Yeah, well, the boxing influence, yeah, of course, yeah.
And a song called The Teachers Are Afraid of the Pupils. It's the 4th song, it's 11 minutes long on the album. It's amazing, incredible song. So I really got into him, and then when I heard he was a fan, that was even better, you know.
Absolutely brilliant. So what's next? Big tour coming up here?
Big tour of Ireland, yeah.
When are you kicking off that tour? Friday, I think, is it?
Yeah, Friday in Manorhampton and Leitrim. I haven't played now in so long because I've been, you know, recording the album.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit rusty, but 2 or 3 gigs in, I'll be back ring fit again.
But you're going to be all over the country. We have the website on screen at the moment, so you can tune in and check it out where Damien will be in your local area.
DamienDempsey.com, and you're doing Vicar Street as well, of course, on part of that tour. When will we get to see Dublin? Middle of the tour, probably.
16th to 17th of March.
Okay, St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day, excellent. Yeah, couldn't have been time better.
I'll be hanging out thereafter.
All right. Listen, the nightmare, the ordeal, it's over. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for getting out of bed in the middle of the night to come in and see us. We know you're at the end of the day. Damien Dempsey there. Good luck with the tour. Thanks for joining us this morning.